Toastmasters meet of Bangalore. Although Bangalore SHG stands strong from the past 8 years, but for the speechcraft, it is our 21st meeting, and for today, I will also be playing two roles. One is the GE, which is the general evaluator role. So I will be helping you assess all the things which you did good, and what could be the various areas of improvement. Apart from that, I will also help you to maintain the timing of these speeches. So I'll share with you. You can pin my video, and you can have a look at the virtual background which I would share, and it would see like this. So how it will happen? For the speeches, we have the duration of the speeches is in between 4 to 6 um, minutes. So after the end of, I'll show you. Give me a moment. So after the end of 4 minutes, my screen it will turn green. After the end of five it will turn yellow, and after the end of six, it will turn red. Even after the end of 6, you will still have 30 seconds of grace period to to finish. And same holds true with the table topics. For the table topics, you will have a total time of 2 minutes. So same ways, after the end of 1.5, I will show my screen. It will turn green, then yellow, and then red. So it was all, and then yeah. So you can pin my video and have a look at the time. So over to you, Dinesh, to start with the speeches. You can hand it over to the first speaker.
Thanks, Dipen. Some basic ground rules before all of you get started. The first ground rule is feel free to stutter. There's no rule that you have to be fluent. So, if at all you feel like stuttering, this is the forum where you can stutter freely. And do not try to avoid difficult words when you are speaking outside. There's a normal tendency to avoid difficult words, but here make it a point that whatever words you generally fear, you try to use them to the maximum. This is the forum where you should be speaking your difficult words. So if you are attempting difficult words, naturally there might be some struggle. Feel free to stutter. Feel at home. We all stutter, and we are one amongst you. So feel at home. And with that, we will get started with our first speaker, who's speaking from the beach. Yes, Shalab, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Order Dinesh. So, greetings, my fellow Toastmasters, and hope you are doing great. And don't lose hope even in this COVID time. So, buckle your seat belts and lock your doors. And switch off your electronic and switch off your electronic devices, and don't switch off your mobile if you are watching me on your cell phone. So let's very quickly start the beautiful learnings of my life. So let's start with the first learning. Actually, in our life, many times we can say that okay, we are late in our life. So my friends, we are never late. We are always on time, and And there's a famous proverb that is better late than never. So you are not early, you are not late, but you are on your time. Have you ever seen the nature? Nature is always on time, and nature follows its cycle. A flower rises from a small bird. So be like nature. So never be in a hurry. So just do your part and hope for the best. And the second learning is many times we give up very easily. We give up on the small things. Why give up? Try, but not try. This should be attitude of our life. And when we see a very long journey, we feel that okay, I wouldn't be able to reach at that level. I wouldn't be able to succeed in our life because that journey is too long. But we shouldn't forget that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with only single step. So take your first step and move ahead in your journey, and very soon you will reach your destination. You have to just break your very big project or task in the some micro manageable task. So on this, a very beautiful book was written by the Murphy, and that is how can we eat an elephant? How can we eat a full-grown elephant? Actually, elephant is so big, and we couldn't be able to eat a full elephant in a day or at one meal. And even if we able to consume or eat the full elephant anyhow, it would only disturb our stomach. Hey, I'm not talking about the real elephant, it's just a metaphor. So, like an elephant, a very big task. We should eat spoon by spoon. We should take a one bite at a time, and very soon we would be able to eat that full elephant. So we have to start with what's necessary, and then we have to do what's possible, and suddenly we are doing impossible. So just start on the right path, right journey. And the third learning is we always hear never procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. But I'm saying that you should procrastinate in your life. Procrastination is so good, but we should know what we are procrastinating. Okay, let's take one example. I'm going to share my screen. So we just look at the task, what task we are doing. If any task is high urgent and high importance to us, then we should take it as on higher priority. And if any task it has low urgent and low importance to us, then we can procrastinate that task and devote our full energy on high important and high urgent tasks. Okay, that those tasks should be on high priority to us. So by this way, we are just focusing our time on the most important task. And one more example, we can procrastinate in other things as well. Those tasks, okay, those bad habits that we want to get rid of. Let's say I am a chain smoker and I smoke after every half an hour. And if I procrastinate that smoking habit to 45 minutes and then 1 hour, I am just procrastinating, and very soon I would be get rid of that bad addiction. So we just have to analyze what we are doing and what thing we want to procrastinate and to do. So it's just about analyzing your life, analyzing your habits, and on that and on the prioritizing, you must have heard about the Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. So your 80% success depends on just 20% of what we do. So just prioritize your life and just do the most important things in your life. And I think my time is getting over. So at the last, I want to share one last learning of my life is that the eighth wonder of the life, and that is compounding. And on compounding, Albert Einstein said that compounding is that he who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pay it. Actually, compounding gives in our life the financial freedom. One Warren Buffett, who is the world's biggest investor and one of the most richest person in the world, he treats compound interest as a god. So we must, and compounding is not only implement in the financial world, it implements in everywhere in your individual, in your professional life. So just compound your life, and I think my time is over. So thank you guys for uh, hearing my speech. Thank you.
Thanks, Shalav. Thank you. Nice one, Shalav. You have shared a lot of things, and from all the three learnings that you have shared, even if we can implement it, we can go a long way. Okay, we will move to our next speaker for the day, Arpit.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
Arpit.
Am I audible?
Yes, Arpit. You're audible. And Galaxy J7 Max. If we can have your name and if we can have your face also, it will be good.
Okay, now I will start. Okay. So thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. So I will like to start with a famous English proverb: believe in yourself, and with belief comes confidence. Oh wait, I didn't introduce myself to you all. So let us do that first. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is, wait. Uh, let us make it more exciting. Let me take you all with me to my past, my flashback, which was 21 years earlier. Date 17th August 1999. Venue Durgapur, West Bengal. So on that day was born a small kid who was a combination of livelihood and cuteness. Yeah, I know that you all are thinking that he is not cute, but the thing is, I'm talking of the time when I was a kid and I had no beard. But with the kid came a lot of controversies, one of which was, what should he be named? So my entire house was divided into two groups. On one side was my mom and grandmom, and on the other side was my father. My mom and grandmom wanted my name to be Arpit, and my father had priorly decided that my name would be Gopal. Gopal? Seriously? Okay, so is there any Gopal in the chat? If yes, no offense, brother. So I was there on the bed, lying down, just praying, just hoping to that my father gets defeated this particular time. And because I was totally unaware of the fact that in front of the jurisdiction decision of the Supreme Court, the High Court has no power. And so, as you can guess by now, my name is Arpit Rajoria. I so I want to ask, does anyone know the meaning of Arpit here? What does it mean? If anyone can answer.
To offer someone something.
Yes, yes, absolutely correct. So in my term, I consider the name of Arpit to be sacrifice. Okay. Okay, so it is a completely different story that in the name of sacrifice, I have just lost a tooth in the bike accident last year in my entire life. It still hurts. So if I have to compile my whole life, it has been pretty ordinary. No exciting stuff as so. I have visited. I have graduated from a Catholic school. After that I went to a secondary school. I had a lot of crushes, relationships, and friendships, many other stuffs which I have enjoyed in my whole life. But apart from that, it has been quite ordinary. Now, reconnecting to the first statement I said about belief. If you will ask me that what is the one component of my life which I value the most, it is belief. Because I think that without belief, an individual is just a doll or something. So I would like to narrate two important episodes of my life, which has helped me to construct the belief that I carry today in myself. The first one is the JEE Advanced incident. So after miserably failing in my first attempt of JEE Advanced, which to the knowledge of the people who don't know is considered to be one of the most difficult examination for the people for the intermediate students, I was really disappointed with myself. I and then and there I decided that I want to give one more shot. That 1 year of my life was really important. I learned a lot of things about myself. I was totally disconnected from this world. I was totally focused on studies and everything, and the result was that of that was finally I succeeded in the examination. That helped me to gain my lost belief. The belief which I had lost after my first failure. The second incident happened after I entered the college, the TISA episode. So in TISA,
Last 30 seconds,
it
Arpit.
really helped me to convert all my negative experiences into positive one, and it also helped me to gain the lost belief, which was somewhere lost because of the fact that I always used to hide my stammering. So these were the two things which helped me to again gain my lost confidence as well as faith. So with this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you everyone for giving me this wonderful opportunity to present myself here in front of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Arpit. Thanks for sharing. It was a wonderful speech. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We'll go for the final speech for the day. It will be from Rakesh. Yes, Rakesh, I think you are warmed up. We could see you warm up. Now go for the speech.
Hi. Thanks, Dinesh, for giving this opportunity to present myself for the speech. Okay. So, hello, everyone. This is Rakesh, and I welcome you to this new year first episode of this Toastmaster. So we all are having ambitions and new year resolutions. So how many of you have made an resolution for this year? May I have your hands raised, please, so I could see how many of you have made the resolution? All right. So we all are charged up in this new year, 2021, and we had some dreams, ambitions, and everything, right? So what does it mean that we are going to make the changes in the year 2021? So the topic is somewhat related to the same. So the topic for me is okay. The topic is when it doesn't challenges you, it doesn't changes you. So challenge is very important part of life. We all see the challenges every now and then in our life. Maybe it's professional or any other areas where we are having the challenges. So as an example, we all are uh, facing the challenges. Some of them are facing it along the way and throughout the life, and some has to means start the challenges on a real note. So life is a growth is a challenge. So when we see the challenge from a positive perspective, we all are keen to fulfill it. So in the end, the challenges is what makes us stronger. So if you understand, and means it will take some time to digest or accept the quotes, like if it doesn't challenges you, it doesn't changes you. But once you accept the challenge and once you understand the quotes, it will really change your life, and it will add some get amount of confidence, increase your potentials to finish the uh, challenging lines. So the story is like, there are some stories that I would like to take you on this note. The challenges is like, you might have heard the story of Lamborghini and Ferrari. I hope some of you might have read that story as well. So the Ferrari once challenged Lamborghini that you are a tractor maker. How can you dream of making a this supercars? But the challenge was accepted by Lamborghini. So what was the thing that was inside Lamborghini that has challenged Ferrari, a real super fast car maker in the world? That was intention and the positive attitude. So similar way, we have to fight the challenges within us to go to a next level of achievement. So these are the things that will take you to the next level. Apart from this, means I would like to narrow down the story of mine. The story is like, when I was new, and it's a similar story that that's part of means every person like PWS or the person who stammers. So initially in the during 2 3 years back or down in the 2010 years, like 10 years before, I was not taking much responsibility in the things like when you go to public speaking and when you try to talk to strangers and when you try to talk to your colleagues and all. So from the TISA, this has challenged me in many activities and roles that I would like to talk to you. Like we gain so much confidence when we are giving the speech presentations and everything that we are performing on a Sunday meetings. Apart from this, TISA has also organized some workshops and all that. That is really helpful. So we do understand, and we are uh, pumped up and challenged to perform beyond our limits to meet certain expectations. Yeah, so that's the two things that means I was interested to highlight that thing. Apart from that, the thing is that there is a story that addition and multiplication are the two things that that does sound similar way, but it is more in the less different. So addition is what means it's kind of just adding the numbers, but in the real sense it takes time to get your numbers added and to reach certain potentials and success in life. So when you do the additions, or take an example of additions, it's like like you are playing
Wrap
in
up, Rakesh. Last 20 seconds.
comfort zone, and multiplication is like when you are challenged to take the responsibilities in a short time by taking up skill sets and everything. So in this way, multiplication and addition are important in life. The way you take the examples is important. So you have to face the situation like life starts at the end of your comfort zone, and we have to go beyond the com- comfort zone. Thanks for the speech. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out of your comfort zone and attempting to give speech. Thank you for that. Okay. Before we go into table topics, Varun, would you want to give a brief introduction of yourself to the group?
Yes, yes, sure. Yes. My name is Varun Khanal. I am from Dehradun, Uttarakhand. I have done BTech from the Dehradun Institute of Technology from electrical engineering. My my hobby is to play cricket. Thank you so much. This is my short introduction.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you. Nice knowing you. Welcome to our online group. Thank you. Now we'll go into the table topic session, and over to you, Aditya. Aditya, you're speaking on mute. We cannot hear you, or it's just lip syncing that you're doing. Practicing
Aditya,
some
your
new
audio is
technique
not
in
working.
2021.
Audio volume may have to be increased, I think.
No, Aditya, I think you need to try without your headphone.
Yeah, I'm trying with my, yeah, it's good now,
Okay,
I
it
guess,
works
right?
now.
Yeah.
It works now. Yeah.
It's good.
Sorry for that. Yeah. So I guess it would be a good technique to speak on mute, but that won't work. But that would be helpful for me if I leave it up to the people to make it out. Yeah. So yeah. So thank you all of you. So we'll start with the table topic session for all the people for whom it is the first time. So this is you will be given a topic on the spot, and you will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on it. Uh, so Dipin will help us with the times. So as the prepared speakers took help from it and took the cue from the green, yellow, and red color, you can continue to do the same. We have 10 topics prepared for today, but seeing the attendance, I guess all of us would get a good chance to participate. So the way we take up names is that you can ping your name in the chat, and I would be calling you out in the same order. So I would now urge to all the people to start nominating themselves. Uh, Meanwhile, I get the names. So yeah, as the theme for the day is dream big. So all the topics that I've chosen are some good quotes that I found. So I will be sharing those quotes with you, and you uh, like you can share your thoughts on that. And one helpful tip that I would share from the past se- sessions is that as soon as you get the topic, don't jump straight forward to speaking. Take your time, 10 seconds or so, and then start, so that you have time to formalize your thoughts as well. So we'll start with Nishil. Nishil, can you unmute? Hello.
Hello. So my topic is dream big, right?
No, I'll give you. But yeah, it's
Okay.
like you guessed it right. It's like, since this is the first thing, so I just wanted to set the stage. So the first topic is, what does dream big mean to you? I'll reiterate. What does dream big mean to you?
Okay. I'll get started. Hello, everyone. I am Nishil Kumar, and the topic given to me is, what does the dream big mean to me? So actually, we all need to dream, because due to the dreams only we come to know what our aspirations are. What is it we want to achieve? The problem with the dreaming the small is, you will feel that you have achieved the dream, but it may so happen that the dream was below your potential of how much you can achieve. So how do you know how much is your potential? Is only when you dream up to a point wherein you know that you have not achieved it earlier, and it may so happen that you may not achieve the dream successfully. Um, 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 but as they say, if you dream to reach the sky, you will at least reach the tree top. So you should always dream big, because only then you will come to know what is your shortcomings, and because of that you'll get an opportunity to see on what all areas are available for which you have to improve. So if you are going to dream small, it won't make any sense, because you will always be an underachiever compared to your potential outside. So thank you. That is it, what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Nishil. And the quote that you said, like, if we dream from the sky, we will at least fall on treetop. Yeah, that is one good thing to go by. Uh, so for the second one, we'll have Ankit. Ankit, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
The
Are
topic,
you able to hear me?
yeah, we can hear you fine. There's a bit of
Okay.
noise, but yeah, we can hear you.
Actually,
the
construction activities were going on near my house, so that noise will
It's
be
good.
there.
It's working good now. It's perfect. So the topic for you is: do you feel that the threshold to your dreams is determined by your stammering as of now? So I'll reiterate. Do you feel that the threshold to your dreams is determined by your stammering as of now?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. And so the topic is amazing topic. Actually, I can share about my experience based on this. So before I have joined the TISA, so before that I can say, yeah, I would think that but due to stammering, I cannot achieve anything in my life. So but during my college days, school days, and when I joined the job initially, initial 6 months. At that time, I think that I am the handicapped like that others, and I cannot achieve anything in my life. So after that, I joined Batisa and I joined the SSG, and then the biggest incidents in my life which have that increased my confidence, courage, everything. But that was NC 2018. So and how it happens, I can tell you at the month of June 2018, we have a SSG meeting in the Bhakavan Park. So Abhinav, Mansi, Bonisil, all the old members have came there, and they told that for NC, we have to start the calling activity. So who will take the lead or the responsibility? So without hesitation, I have raised my hand, and on that day itself, I have started all the calling activity. I have actively participated in the NC anchoring whole 3 days and everything. So I think that now stammering is not an issue at all. I can achieve anything, whatever I want. So, but thanks to Batisa and Bangalore SSG to give me that confidence and courage. But thank you to all.
Thank you, Ankit. That was really well said. So for the next speaker, can we have Varun? Varun, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sure.
So Varun, the topic for you would be, if it doesn't scare you, you are probably not dreaming big enough. I'll reiterate, if it doesn't scare you, you are not probably dreaming big enough.
If it doesn't scare you, you are not probably. Can you repeat once more, please?
Yeah. So the topic for you is, if it doesn't scare you, you are not probably dreaming big enough.
Okay. Okay, sure. Hello, everyone. Can I get some other topic after some time? Sorry.
So what we can do is, we can stick to the same topic, and we'll probably give you some more time to think.
Yes,
That would be
yes. Sure.
okay, sure. Good. So we'll move to Dipin next, because like I guess all the guests are done, so we'll probably jump to rule takers only. So yeah, I'll probably pick from the same order names. So Dipin, I'll let me find the toughest one. So the topic is, mediocrity is the biggest roadblock in the road of dreaming big. I guess it turned out tough for me as well. So I'll reiterate. Mediocrity is the biggest roadblock in the road of dreaming big.
Thank you, Aditya. If you could explain me the meaning of the first word, mediocre. I really don't get it.
Yeah, so it means like those like people have a tendency to succumb to the standards that are okay, like they are fine to not excel, just like to take the path of least resistance, like just do what is expected and not go the extra mile or try to excel in whatever they're trying to do.
Great. Thank you. if I could ask you to uh, re, to reiterate the topic one more
Yeah.
time.
So the topic is mediocrity is the biggest roadblock in the path of dreaming big.
Okay, I got it now. Um, Thank you, everyone, and special thanks to Aditya for this wonderful topic. Yes, um, media mediocrity is the biggest roadblock to dreaming big. I do agree with that, since I always have a very bad habit. My standards for everything are too high. If I have to achieve, if I have to dream, then I always have to dream big. And for that too, what I have to achieve, it should be extraordinary. I am a man who do not settle for less. And for the same reason, I always the the only there are so many advantages I have got by establishing my standards high. But yes, there are certain disadvantages which I have faced. I always feel I always feel I always feel myself myself guilty myself guilty of not achieving what I have expected or what I've aspired for. But again, agreeing to what you have said, if we don't achieve the high standards what we have set, dreaming big, it won't be that big enough. So yes, I again agree to it, and I will hand over the stage back to Aditya. Thank you for the topic.
Thank you. Thank you, Dipin. So we'll move to the next speaker, which is Rakesh. Rakesh, can you unmute yourself? And probably like turn your video on also, if possible. Rakesh, are you there? Okay. Seems like Rakesh not there. Yeah, I also forgot we have to circle back to Varun as well. So Varun, if you are ready, we can have you also. If you want more time, that is also fine.
Yes,
Varun,
yes,
Rakesh. Varun, you want to
yes,
go?
yes,
Okay. Are you good with the topic?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Nee, what, what was the topic? Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So the topic for you was, if it doesn't scare you, you are
Yes,
probably not dreaming big enough.
yes, yes. It, it is absolutely right that currently I currently I am not dr- dreaming big enough. I currently cu- currently I think that somewhere and how stammering will 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 be coming in between of my goal. So 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 currently I currently to be honest I in which a stammering will be not playing will be not playing ju- just like in some software field or 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 in some field in which I have to sit and, and just do the work. I I think
So your time is,
that my
Varun, you have 30 seconds
time
left.
is over. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Varun. Very well tried. Thank you. So we will have the last table topic for the day. So far, whatever topics we had, we were trying to see the act of dreaming big in a positive way, but I would like to flip that with this topic and try to look at in a different perspective. So, Rakesh, the topic for you would be people suffer when they pursue a life or chase a dream that does not belong to them. I'll reiterate. People suffer when they pursue a life or choose a dream that does not belong to them.
Okay. Yeah, thanks Aditya for this topic. Yeah, the topic is people suffer when they did not pursue their type of dreams or goals in their life. Yeah, so this topic is very important in order to acknowledge what is your actual interest and your potentials that you are going to have a successful dream in the fields that you are in. So most of the time people are not taking the kind of dreams according to their interest. Like means it is a trend that most of the people do engineering is respect of the subjects they are not interested. Like some of the people may not have interest in maths, but still due to the craze and ongoing scenarios, they are taking the engineering streams. So they have to acknowledge and assess their you know uh, assess their strong points, that what they are strong in, and they should choose their career for them. So it's really important to get the kind of goals that you are interested in, and you are having more potentials and more strong strength in that. If you don't have that strength in that particular career, then you are going to fail, and it will be a kind of a suffer for you, and it will be a waste of time, money, and energy. So I would like to suggest, yeah, it's important to take the career according to your strength and your interest. uh, Thanks for the topic. Yeah.
Thank you, Rakesh, for that. And with that, we have come to an end to our table topic session. And I would like to give the stage back to our TMOD of the day. Yeah, back to you, Dinesh. Thank you, everyone, for the participation.
Thank you, Aditya. Those were really nice topics that you have picked, especially the last one. I think a lot of thought process has gone into it. You have done your homework very well. Thanks, Aditya. Wonderful topics. So, before we go into our free-flowing discussion of dreaming big, we will finish our feedback round. So, Dipin, you have about 5 minutes to give feedback to all the speakers. You have about 5 minutes, so let's begin with that.
Sure. Okay, so it was a great meeting. I would like to congratulate all the speakers who have done extremely well. And now, specifically speaking about the speakers, first I would like to start with our first speaker, uh, the Haryana boy, Shalabh. So, yeah, I really love your smile, man. Okay, so first of all, I'll be speaking about all the areas wherein you excelled. To start with, you started with a very good code. Never be in hurry. Break the task into into smaller things. And after that, you did also share about the good things about taking the right path, and the issues with procrastination. And then there are a few more areas which you imparted not knowledge about. You also made use of slides in order to show the important things, for the people to focus on those important areas. And you did attempt the speech standing, so all good on those areas. Now, few areas which I can I can advise you, I can I can I can suggest you, which can take your speech to the next to the next level. um, you can use some vocal variety in your talk. For example, when you when you said eating the whole elephant will only make your stomach bad, although you used lot of hand hand gestures, but using them only when needed, it will also help make more add it will help make add more value to it. And then one more important thing, you need to work on your on your ta, 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 you need to work more on your timing part, and it applies to all the speakers, because for all the speakers the ending was abrupt. Otherwise, a very good job done. Now I'll move to the other speaker. So if I can see our cute cute Gopal. He's smiling now. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes,
Arpit,
I'm
I
there.
must say, I must say, it was a great it was a great icebreaker speech, and what a nice way to start with. You started with you started first with starting with your with your plain introduction. Then you took a flip, and you started the entire story in a more dramatic way, adding more interest for the people. You also asked so many questions to all the audience in order to engage them. You always had a smile, and you used the right hand gestures, which added a lot of a lot of a lot of value to your speech. Now again, as I already said, I would reiterate same thing to you. You need to work upon your timing, because there would be various occasions wherein you have to end your talk into the specified into the specified ta- 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 timing. Otherwise, a very good job done, and I look forward to more speeches from you. Now, moving on to our third
Thank you.
speaker.
Can I say a single line? Actually, at the beginning, I thought that the time limit will be 8 minutes. So I planned my speech accordingly. And when I came here, I saw that it's only 6.5 minutes. So again, I have to like that paste in the mind itself. So that okay. Thank you for your valuable session, sir. I will work on it. Thank you.
Okay, we'll speak about it offline. Okay, now moving on to our third speaker. Ra, ra, third speaker. Ra, 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 Rakesh. So Rakesh, you have made a very you made wonderful start when you started with a ku 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 question. And yes, what a topic. You just said your topic was in line with the theme, wherein you said that that there is no change without a without a challenge. And I did also enjoy the analogies wherein you used the Lamborghini and tractor example. Um, so those were the good areas. Now, if I have to help you out with a few areas which can help you improve. So first, you can you can try attempting your speech standing. It will help you to use your full body to speak. It's one. The other area is you can also keep a track on your usage of on the on the usage of fee 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 filler words. You know, I hope so that these are the words you can keep a track. And
Yeah, yeah.
one last thing which I can share is, I don't know if you have learned your entire speech or you were reading. So these are the few areas which you can have a look and work upon from which you can incorporate in your future speeches. Otherwise, as always, I loved your speech. A good job done. Now, moving on to
Thank you.
Aditya, our table topic, master. So Aditya, as always, your topics are really apt and in line with the theme. And I understand that there is lot of thought process already you have made. And yes, you also excelled when you started the table topic section, where you introduced the importance of the topics and how do we attempt it. So a very good job done, and you have ensured that people are able to see you in the clear light. So those are the things which make your presence more effective. Now, if I have to move to our toast master of the day, so there are always a number of things to learn when he's on the stage. So we all always learn from you. But if I have to share few areas which, in my opinion, which can be thought upon, as an evaluator, I should know about the speech objective and it should be shared when introducing the speaker. So it will help me to evaluate. So if we can incorporate that in future, it will help the evaluator to evaluate. And the other area wherein we can also have a look at is the engagement of the audience. So in between the speeches and the table topic, and also there would be various areas wherein the Toastmaster of the day, it can help engage the entire audience, maybe by sharing few of the examples from his own experiences. So those are the few areas which we can incorporate in future. Otherwise, a very good job done, and we always enjoy when you are on stage. So so with that, I would hand over the stage back to back to our toast master of the day, and I will also share the feedback link. And please help us choose the role takers. I'm sharing the feedback link in the chat. So stage is all yours. Okay, Dinesh. So I think you are speaking on mute, Dinesh.
Thanks, Dipin. It was a very detailed feedback. You have observed everyone carefully and you have given your feedback. Thanks for that. Thank you, Dipin. So just to give some generic feedback to the speakers mainly. So Arpit, as a this is your first speech, I think. This is a icebreaker speech, and I think for that you have done really well. If this is your first speech, you have done very well for your first speech.
Thank you, sir.
Shalav, you were prepared. I could see the preparation in your speech. You talked about a lot of principles. You talked about the priorities and the Pareto. It would have been good if you could have added some examples. And Rakesh, some preparation on your part would have been good. You looked under prepared. So all of you need to prepare well. So preparation is the key. But one positive thing out of all the speakers is that all of you used your time to the hilt, and you did push that limit also. So it's wonderful that you used all your time and also some more of it. Uh, Preparation is the key. You take some more time to prepare. All of you look bit under prepared, but overall, it's fine since you all are just in the beginning days of your practice. Yeah. So now we will move into our general discussion. This is a free-flowing discussion. It's not any round or any structured way which we will go about. So just some random questions I will throw out. So feel free to give random answers or whatever comes to your mind. It's just a free-flowing discussion. So the theme of the day is dreaming big. And what you guys have been dreaming for the new year and for the Christmas? Maybe Katrina Kaif, Alia Bhatt, or something much more deeper. So let's try to get into a discussion, and from there we will see where do we get. There's no predefined destination or anything like that. So one question which I want to throw to all of you is, why should we dream big? Why to dream big?
Yeah. Can I answer?
Yeah, but
Yeah. So according to me, we should dream big because even if we fail to get at what we actually want to achieve, like at our desired destination, we will at least reach a spot which will be mediocre in our life. So I guess that's the very important thing, that you always look to play safe in your life. You always look to reach to a destination where no one can actually point fingers at you. So if you will dream big, you can ensure that at least you can reach to some destination where you will probably find yourself safe.
thanks, Arpit. Yeah, that's a wonderful thought. It's better to fail. We have been taught that we should never fail. We have been taught that think very small, tiny, miny goals, and once you achieve them, have a celebration and go gung-ho about it. That's what we see, and that's what we have learned. But you should fail. You should have goals which will make you fail. Your goal should be like that. The chances of you achieving should be very less, but still you go out with all your passion. Your goals should be scary enough. Having small goals, going after them. If you have achieved your goal, that means you really were miserable in setting your goal. It should not be a celebration. When you achieve your goal, it should be actually an episode of depression, if you ask me. Okay. Any other thoughts? Why should we dream big?
Sir, can I add something?
Yeah,
Okay,
please.
yeah. Okay, actually, I think a dream should be achievable. It shouldn't be too big that we will feel demotivated after some time. Okay, my life is waste. I couldn't be able to do anything. So dreams should be rationalized according to our capability. It should be exceed 1, 2, or 10% above our top limit. But it should be achievable. I shouldn't think that I would Bill Gates after 5 years or 1 year. But I should be better than today. It should be achievable according to our skill, knowledge, and capabilities.
Yeah, very, very, very valid point, Shalav, that our dreams should be practical and are realistic. So here we are talking about going to the next step. Our next step should not be our destination. If it might be you're going to the 10% of 20%, it should never be your dream. It should be your next step. Don't make your next step to be your dream. It's just your next step, correct? What is that you want to be? What is that you want to have for? Fine. If you make your next step to be the dream and want to improve your 10% all your life, up to you.
Circuit that is compounding means improving okay 10% after some time, and then you will be suddenly improved. So
Yeah,
exponentially you will improve if you are doing a very small improvement in your life.
got your point. It's a very practical point. It should come in everyone's mind. See, whenever we take up anything, we should not take up anything with a preconceived notion that if I am a stutterer, I should be happy with a back-end job. If I am a stutterer, I should not become a pilot. If I am a stutterer, I should not be a stockbroker. I should not be a receptionist. You should not limit your dreams. That very aspect kills your dream, correct? If you limit your dream based upon your current situation, then where is the dream? There is no dream, right? Dream is something which is not achievable, which for you currently sounds impossible. That is dream, right? If at all you wanted to achieve whatever you can do, the life will be mechanical. It's just machinery. You're working with logic. If you go after what you can do it, where is the fun in it? Everyone does it. Where is life in it? If you go after and improve 10%, where is the thrill in life? Where is adventure? Where is the adventure of failing? Where is the adventure of sharing your grief with the friends and crying? And where is all the fun? You 10% you achieve and then you become happy that okay, I achieved 10%. It's understood that it should be practical, but question everything. To begin with, question everything, whether you're practical or not, whether it is realistic, that you're setting a realistic goal for you, or you're setting just a small goal for you. Let's be practical. Yeah. Why should we dream big?
We should dream big because we all have certain ambitions to fulfill in our life. It is a part of a achievement, satisfaction, and the challenge within yourself. So it makes you learn and grow. So life is not stationary things. It's a dynamic thing, and we should keep challenging ourselves until we are satisfied and we feel that we could dream big and we could achieve. So these things are important in everyday's life, because we are human being, we have challenges and we have to do all the things. Yeah.
So to have satisfaction of life, you should dream big. That's a very wonderful thought if you look at it. To have some degree of satisfaction in life, you have to dream big. It may look contradictory, but it very well summarizes how life goes about. If you don't work to your potential, then your life will not be satisfactory. For example, this conversation I've had with my friends, and I've been also part of this conversation, and especially during hikes. So whenever we used to get mediocre hike that we always got, we used to say that we will only work so much as they give us. हम उतना ही काम करेंगे जितना वो हमको देंगे, उससे ज्यादा ना ही एक पैसा काम करेंगे. And that's how, to be honest, that's how I've worked most part of my life, and I've been so wrong in that. And unfortunately, all my friends also were like that, who always said that उतना ही काम करेंगे जितना पैसा देता है. I should have changed my friends group then, but it's okay. Better late than never. So, should you always work based on how much the other party gives you, or should you work to your potential?
I think
Yes, Ankit.
based on my capability and potential, I should work, and I have to keep the balance in my life also, work-life balance. If I have to move ahead in my career or in the life, so I have to take the responsibility. It is not that I got mediocre hike or high hike like that. It is my opinion on this.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
And
thought, Ankit.
second
Yeah.
thing,
And
yes.
Please.
Second thing that why we have to dream big. I want to share but two examples. So हिंदी में जैसे एक हनुमान जी का एग्जाम्पल, तो जब वो सुग्रीव ने हनुमान जी को और वो जामवंत और उनको सबको एक साथ वो भेजा कि आप साउथ साइड जाइए वो सीता माता को खोजने. तो जब वो इंडिया के साउथ एंड पे गए, उसके आगे सी था, तो वहां पर जो और भी थे वो बानर, उन्होंने वो छलांग लगाई तो एक 6 फीट कूदा, एक 8 फीट 10 फीट, लेकिन सी तो अनलिमिटेड था. तो फिर वो जामवंत जी थे, उन्होंने कहा कि आप निराश मत होइए, बिकॉज हनुमान जी हमारे साथ हैं. लेकिन हनुमान जी को वो आइडिया वो नहीं था कि वो उनके अंदर इतना वो हिडन पोटेंशियल है. सो डैट एट दैट टाइम वो जामवंत जी वो सीनियर थे, उन्होंने उनको याद दिलाया कि आपके अंदर इतना वो पोटेंशियल है. तो हनुमान जी वो 4-6 आवर वो शांत बैठ के वो मेडिटेशन किया, उन्होंने देखा कि हाँ उनके अंदर इतना वो पोटेंशियल है. आफ्टर दैट ही वो went to Lanka. So I think that we have the hidden potential. I cannot say that what I can achieve or what I can do. So if I will not work or I will not dream big, so that I cannot achieve that. The second example, if you see a seed, it is a small seed, but if you sow in the ground, after the about 10 years or about 20 years, it will be a big tree. But it will need overnight. It will be slowly. Every day, it will grow. So like that, if I try and I work every day on my weakness or strength like that, and if I have to dream big, so then at the end of the life, or you can say after 10 years, but 20 years, I can also grow like a big tree. So the major thing is that I cannot say the hidden potential inside me. So I have to try and work every day. So that's all from my side.
Thanks, Ankit, for sharing such beautiful stories. I feel like I'm Jamvant and I'm trying to bring out the Hanuman in all of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is there is Hanuman in all of us. It's there. He's hidden out there. You just have to take the leap. So dreaming is just going. No, there are some practical examples which came to my memory now. Uh, in my homes, when I move around sofa, sometimes my son, this happened a couple of years back. He was like 3 years, 4 years. He's also pushing the sofa with me. He cannot move an inch, but he's pushing as if he will push the sofa. It's the excitement. The kids don't know what is possible and what is not possible. They think everything is possible. As a kid, the kid feel like they can push sofa, they can lift anything. So we should start everything with that mindset that everything you can do it. If you worry about the practical aspects and bring in calculation, then you're corrupting everything. You have to be practical, but when you're starting it, don't start with any preconceived notions, with some conditioning. Yeah, let's have some more.
So I want to add a point.
Yeah, Nishil.
Yeah. So you have to take chances, and that you're dreaming big only when you know that everything is unknown to you. In the sense, after I changed my company, initial 6 months, I didn't know whether I'll be there in the company or they are going to throw me out. So in the sense, you will be always excited. You will be always at a high of accomplishing jobs. You will be interacting with all of your colleagues, and then trying to accomplish the goal in a full-fledged way. Only then you come to know how much far you can push yourself and then go. But after you get established, you come into a comfort zone, then it is up to you again to change the comfort zone. If not, you can be aram say in your company doing the same job, performing that same role again. And the companies also would want engineers who would do that job perfectly. They may not care whether your future or can you handle more responsibilities or not. So it's up to you to see how much big the dream you want to dream, or you'll fall into a small piece in someone else's daydream. So yeah, that was my two sad cents.
Thanks, Nishil. Thanks, Nishil. See, dreaming big, it comes with a fair share of responsibility of taking risks. Unless you take risks, there's no chance of you dreaming big or working towards achieving them. So dreaming big and taking risk are so associated with each other. Rakesh mentioned he's still there. Yeah, Rakesh is still there. Rakesh mentioned that if you have to grow, the growth is outside your comfort zone. And
hello.
Yeah, Rakesh, be there. Be there. So growth happens also outside of your comfort zone, and dreaming big will make you take more risks, and more risks would imply more growth, and more growth would imply you will be more satisfied with your life. Thanks, Nishil. Yeah, Shalav, you were saying something before Nishil?
No, it was me.
No, actually, Arpit was saying.
Arpit, yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying that from this discussion, I have learned one thing. Like, if I compile your points as well as Shalav's point, like you said that dream should not be should be an episode which provides us some kind of satisfaction. Okay, it should be big. It should be unachievable. And Shalav told that it should be something which will boost our confidence if we achieve it. So if I compile it in both the points, I can get that a dream should be something really big. That is one point. But along with that, we should also have some short-term goals. Like a week from now, I need to do this. A couple of weeks from now, I need to do this. So what it will help? It will also help in restoring your confidence level there, and at the same time you are also not very much satisfied with yourself that you stop your hard work or anything about which you are really dedicated of. So that was one point. And sir, I can see a pull-up bar behind you. So are you inside a gym, or have you created a mini gym at your home?
Oh, that's my personal pull-up bar, which.
That's great. That's
Oh,
great.
you have noticed that.
Yeah. From that time only, I was about to ask the same question, but because of the meeting, I couldn't ask it.
Should I do some pull-ups and show you?
No, so it's okay. I believe you.
Okay, thanks, Arpit. I think you summarized every wonderfully well. Yeah, you should dream really big, and also you should have intermediate goals. But your intermediate goal should not become your dream. Wonderfully put, Arpit. Yeah, we should have intermediate checkpoints where we are heading. Yes.
Sir, actually, I would like to add to one point. Actually, sometimes very big goals gives us depression, anxiety, or demotivation. And having achievable goals give us the motivation, and our the whole purpose of at least for the mind is to be happy, as to be satisfied, satisfaction and happiness in my life. So if anything is giving me happiness or satisfaction, and for my family or whatever, then I am happy, and that is my dream. So if anything is unachievable and I am constantly running behind a butter or cheese, which is so far, very big, but I couldn't be able to achieve that, achieve that, then what's the purpose of life? uh, I think a life is a journey, and we should have very small goals that make us happy and satisfied, and give us the boost and energy to move further to the next goal.
Okay. So we should have small goals to get happiness, and it will boost our confidence. See, you should never derive your satisfaction or happiness based on the outcome which is happening externally. You achieving a goal or not achieving a goal, it is not a measure point of your satisfaction. The moment you have put in efforts, you have put in all the efforts possible to give a good speech. After that, if the speech did not go well, you will still be satisfied, you will still be happy, because everything that was possible on your side, you have did it. So your satisfaction and your happiness will come out of your efforts of what you have put in, not because something, it is very much possible that you did. For example, see what is happening with our in the first test match. Who was our opener? There was one new guy. No, he got
Mayank Agarwal.
Prithvi Shaw.
Mayank Agarwal.
Prithvi Shaw. Correct,
Yeah.
correct. If you see his career, he has been a performer all his life. He has been under 15, under 16, Ranji, all the levels he has exceeded very well. He has worked hard like anything. But recently he's out of form in the IPL and in the test match. So your happiness or your don't derive out of the external results. Sometimes you would have done all the preparation, but things will not go your way. It can happen. So your satisfaction, your happiness should always be, if you have put in whatever you have set out for today, if you have done that, you should be happy. At the end of the day, even if people tell you or not, before you go to the sleep, there will be a satisfaction because you have done it what you could do it. If you could do so much of things, but you did not do it, but still people around you are saying that you have done really well and clap, will you be happy when you go to sleep? You could have done more. You could have done a lot more. If you see the kind of practice that Abhinav Bindra has done, Forget about the result that he has got, that he has won Olympic medal. If you just look at the practice that he has done, you can say that if a person does this kind of practice, he will get the Olympic gold. You first do the practice. Whatever has to happen will happen. Focus on the practice. Happiness is all about, happiness comes from practice, satisfaction comes from practice. Dissociate from the goal. Okay. We'll have some more thoughts on dreaming big. Anything you want to add, Varun, Dipin? Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think that before dreaming big, we should have we should have it's is just just like a ladder. We should take some small step, and 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 ultimately in the final we we we, we we would be achieving the big goal. So according to me, this should be there.
Thanks, Varun. Thank you. Okay, guys. So basically, the last week we had a session wherein we were discussing that what people wanted to. We basically we had people shared what they wanted for 2021 and one thing that they want to achieve for 2021, what it would be. So most of them would said that they want to become, they want to speak better, they want to communicate better. It's good place to start with it, but don't limit yourself uh, to only that. Just to just to get to the next step of speaking better or communicating well, you have a clear thought process that I want to communicate a lot better, not just speak better. It's not that if I'm crawling today, I want to crawl better. If you're crawling today, you should be thinking of walking or flying. Whatever your current status is, do not think that let me improve upon this. Improving upon will be your next step, but that should not be your goal. When you're starting out, have a clear picture in mind that I might be here today, but this is where I want to go. And these are the intermediate steps. And this is, there's only so much of short time and there's only one life. And when there's so limited amount of time, and when you just come here once, you should go all out. You should actually have a dream which is beyond you in every ways, but still go all out and try to achieve it. That's how you will find your true potential. Finding your true potential will only come with dreaming big. If you, the amount of potential which is there in all of you, in whatever state you are now, it is unimaginable. Unimaginable. There's potential to do anything and everything. So when you set out big, you kind of tap into that potential. When you dream small, your potential, you don't realize your potential. So for 2021 and for all the time to come, really, whatever you set out to do, go all out. We always get, if you see your life, whatever you are, whatever stage you are in, we have always got whatever we wanted. Whatever we wanted, we have got. So if you decide something, and if you go after it, it will happen. So for 2021 and for all the time to come, dream big. There's only one life, and your dream should not have any limits or bounds to it. With that thought, we can conclude the SHG. If anyone wants to share anything, they can share.
Yeah, so I have shared the feedbacks with you, so you can announce the name of the role takers, the best speakers and the role takers.
I let you announce it, Dipin. Let's go. Okay, I have it. So best speech goes to Arpit. Congratulations, Arpit. Best table topic speaker is Rakesh. Rakesh, you're still there. He dropped out. Our best table topic speaker has dropped out, and best role taker is Aditya. You have also done a really great job, Dipin. You have not picked yourself. But yeah, all the role takers have done. See, this uh, again, don't let any comparison come wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Don't let any comparison come to you. There was some time back, there was a singing show in Z in which some Kazi won. His name was Tawfiq Kazi. If you remember, anyone, he's someone from Kashmir. The guy, he won. He was a really bad singer to start with, and he won it. And I think the runner-up, or maybe not the winner, was Arijit Singh. There's an old photo where the Tawfiq Kazi, he's the winner, and Arijit Singh is somewhere in the background. But you see now where Arijit Singh is, and that other guy is not even in picture. So wherever you are today, it doesn't define where you will head. So don't let any comparisons, anything to put you down. All these things are good, that you relatively judge one another, but at the end of the day, don't compare yourself with anyone. Okay, I think we can conclude the meeting for the today. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Everyone.